Hello, I'm Janie Daly. I'm your psychic life coach for you and your pets. I'm a medium. I do healing. I'm also a nurse. A lot of things I do. But before I go further, you know, I do angel cards. Like, you'll see at the end of this one, I'm thinking of pulling one that'll apply to you, the people that are listening. And first of all, thank you so much for listening to my show. I do appreciate you. But please know that I like a lot of people out there are like, oh, well, if she's talking about this and psychic stuff and this and that, ooh, then she's not a Christian. Well, first of all, I hope that if those of you that are Christians are not dissing me that way, because Christians, we are supposed to love one another, accept each other. And I can tell you now, the God I know, love, respect, and work for, he's not sitting in a chair going, oh, strike one, with his little board going, oh, she did this, oh, she did that. That's not the God I know. So, and you'll find out. And, I feel like you're given messages now to have a close relationship because God knows, pun intended, this world needs kindness, love, laughter, which is what we're going to be talking about tonight, about the frequencies. But I just wanted to put out there that, again, God is my boss. Jesus is my manager. Archangel Michael is the head of my security, because I am self-employed. And we have a nice business. We do. We have a nice business. And I do get God messages. So when you have readings with me, I do ask you in the beginning, I ask two things. The first thing, do you give angels permission to send healing while we're doing our session? Second thing is, I ask permission, can I text you or send you an email? It'll be quick, but it'll be like a God, not like it will be a God message. Because there are times I will be doing something, be outside picking trash up and cleaning up, and all of a sudden I'll see your face in my head, or I will see your name, and I am told to contact you and to give you very specific information. So I do. I stop what I'm doing, because at my age, I've learned to just do as you're told. So I stop what I'm doing and I go, and I can tell you that, hello, every single person who I have contacted with a God message, every single one of them said to me, wow, I really needed to hear this. Every one of them. So just like for an FYI, I'm a Christian too. But I guess maybe I'm different because I rejoice in letting people live, knowing that God gave us free will because we are learning, we are growing. Right now, it's like we're in school. Life is school. And we've come here to help as many. For those of us that are watching this, that are listening to me now, you guys, we are all light workers. I also call it, like I should have said, greetings, light workers, and my black sheep. We are light workers. So we are people that have contracted to come here and to make a huge difference, to help as many people, animals, whatever, to help as many as possible, to make a difference, to make a good difference. And when you see that somebody is drowning, or even if somebody is like acting like not nice, don't go off on them, because more than not, hurt people turn around and hurt people. And a lot of people that have insecurities, they're turning around saying bad things about you. That's because they don't feel good about themselves. So, that's when I'm always like, all right, dear God, I pray that you watch over them, keep them safe. Anyway, so again, I want to thank you for listening. Please hit subscribe. I really need subscribers. And, I pray all the time and say good karma to my subscribers, because I do appreciate that you're helping me. So I want to help back. Also, my shows, my live shows, scheduled live shows are Tuesday and Friday, 7:30 to whenever. And I try to keep them 30 minutes, but I talk a lot. I will be doing other shows though. So if you subscribe, hit the like, and also I should have a bell there soon that so every time that bell rings, you're notified that I have put something new out. Um, the other thing I do want to talk about is I'm going to do this part first. Tonight we're talking about frequencies again. We talked about that Tuesday, but I was looking at it from a scientific point of view. Now we're going to do it from life. So if you want your life, the blocks to go, and if you want things to get better, then you have to be up, not down, angry, shut in. Because when you're down and angry and shut in, it's kind of like you just put yourself in like an igloo, and like you completely covered up, and nothing can get to you then. Whatever you need and whatever you want, it can't get to you if you're closed off. And that goes to like even for messages from your loved ones. If you're angry and miserable and you don't want to be around anybody. I mean, everybody needs times, but it can't be continuous. It just can't. So it's about raising your emotions. When you're happy, laugh. Act like a fool. Who cares if somebody says you're nuts? It's a good thing. That's a compliment. Seriously. So, be happy. When you're sad, cry. Sob if you have to. With Louise Hay at Hay House Publications, God bless her, she has since she's passed away. But oh my gosh, she was one of my major people that I followed her. Because her work, I found in my work, 1,000% accurate. But she used to have a screening room, soundproof room that her employees could go in, close the door, they could scream as loud as they needed to. And yeah. And I'm going to use God because that's who I go to. I mean, whatever your religion or spirituality is, please, we're all together. We are all connected. So don't be turned off and leave if God is not your spiritual avenue. But, they do hear you. God knows what you want. A lot of people are like, oh, well, you got to be very specific and tell them what you want. You do need to be specific, but you could be like, but God knows that, yeah, I need this. God gave you free will. So God can't just step in and go, okay, let me get this for you because you're upset. You have to say why. Like, I need your help. Like if it's something with your car, like I need help with my car, let's say. I really need help with my car. This is an example. But, I need new tires, but I don't know where I'm going to get it, and I have to get to work, So please, but be specific. Do you want money for tires or do you want a new car? Because God hears you, and you'll get it in the form of what if you don't ask, you're not specific, but kind of putting like a generalized what it's for. It could be like somebody saying, hey, I found some tires over here. Do you want them? Your prayers are answered. But like, sitting at home, like on the couch and being just miserable and just watching like mindless things on the phone, you are closing off. So you're not sending out. Okay. So that's just an idea. But anyway, the reason I'm going into that is I want to thank all of you for helping me with the Fab Over 40 contest. I cannot believe that I'm doing it actually. And I do feel like the other side kind of somehow, some way got this in front of me because I did it kind of like halfway. But then, I saw that, it is for a good organization, for a good cause. Juliana, oh gosh. Oh, I forgot her. Oh my gosh, I forgot her last name. But the young lady who was in charge of this, of the breast cancer part of it, I remember her. I remember when she first started, Juliana Rancic. I remember when she started on, I think it was MTV. And she was brand new, like still wet behind the ears, as us old folks say. And, we were able to see her, fall in love and get married and want to have kids, but we also experienced when she went through breast cancer. So she is a spokesperson, and I really, really respect her because a lot of people are like, is it legit? Yes, it is. It's legit. What they do, though, is this. First of all, with breast cancer, Louise Hay did teach, and I'm not downplaying anything medical. I'm not. Please know that. But Louise Hay did teach, and I found it to be 1,000% accurate in my readings. Breast cancer, the best way to avoid it, and that is speak what's on your mind, because if you don't, you hold it in and it lays on the chest. There's a lot of people, oh yeah, I speak my mind. Oh yeah, oh, everybody in town knows when I'm talking. And I'll see like in a reading and I'll go, yeah, but that's when somebody's like yelling or doing something to your kids or to your husband. Then you're like, oh yeah, I'm right there. I'm ready to like kick butt. But when they talk about you, you just kind of don't. You don't say anything. And they always say, well, I pick and choose my battles. And then the other side will tell me like one of the battles. So I come out and I say, well, this battle, is pretty serious. And of course, the person is shocked. Like, how do you know that? I know that because you have God, you have your angels watching over you. And I do my readings that way. That's how I communicate. That's how I do my readings. I mean, I might like use a card at the end, you know what I mean? Or what I'll do is I will get their messages and then at the end be like, oh, let's see what the cards say. Let's see what your angels are saying about this. 10 out of 10 times, they always validate what we were talking about in the reading. Always. Never different. Always. But anyway, so with the breast cancer and everything, it's best to get it off the chest. Okay? You have to talk, get it out. Whether you're running, whatever, get it out. Sorry, I kind of got a little. With this though, so you're supporting me, but also they're asking, because I am now part of this organization for breast cancer. So if you donate money, please hit like the votes, because if you donate it, then that raises my votes too. And right now I'm at number 5, you guys. So again, thank you to all of you that have donated. I really appreciate this. And I know we're in such a horrible time right now. It's a really bad time, but I am hoping that if I win this, I want to help people, because there's so many people who do need my readings. They need my help, but I have to charge everyone. And I would love to help people that can't afford it. I never liked somebody like to turn away and say, well, I can't afford you. And, and please know, if things are that bad, just reach out to me. Okay. So it is not a scam. It's an actual contest. It's really good. And if you donate money, remember too, it is tax deductible. And I thank you guys again. I'm really excited. So we are going to talk about, I am also going to start crystals, showing crystals on all of my shows here. And also I'm still working on the chakra cleansing. You're really going to like that. The chakra cleansing helps, because when you start to do it yourself, you guys, it's amazing. And this kind of goes in with the frequency stuff. When your chakras, and we focus on the 7 main chakras, the best way, because I like my privacy. I mean, I know that a lot of people like they do the chakra clearing and massage and stuff, but again, you have to know the person who's touching you, because if somebody has like a lot of like, and they're like in a bad mood, they're just grouchy, you can never have light workers. We can't be the kind of people, I hate people, love animals, hate people. That's not, it's not suggested to let that person touch you and put their energy on you. Just a suggestion. So, but there's a lot of them that are excellent. So I don't want to sound like that either. But I like it because I can do my chakras in the shower. And the way that I have it set up, it's like they're little fans, like in each section, 7 of them. They're different colors, they're different sizes, and they are for different things in your life. So, and it's neat because you envision and with practice, practice makes perfect. Because then you can do it, you can do like all of them, and I'm going to say like 15 minutes. So, and it's nice because you literally in your head will see like black stuff blowing off, like it's dirt and dust. And then the best thing, and I want you, like when I post these, I want the feedback because you will feel better. You will feel so much better. Some people are really energized and then some people are really tired. But if you're really tired, that means you need the rest. But going back to the frequency, it's so important to be happy. And I know it's not easy to be happy all the time, obviously. But there's a couple little tricks you can do. When you smile, you can be so either angry inside or really depressed. But I don't know. I always learned fake it until you make it. You fake it until you make it. Well, in order to fake it and when you do that, try it. Try it. Because when you fake it till you make it, you're pretending you're happy and everything's good. Well, you find out that it turned out to be a really great event, a really great thing to do because you have a lot of fun. But when you smile, you're kind of playing a trick on your brain. Your brain's saying, "Oh, she's happy, so let me release the chemicals that will make her happy." Just try it. It works. I mean, because there is a lot about science. I'm very scientific. But I'm trying to put things in terms where you can understand. I mean, I've studied this, and this has been my whole life. Oh, and that's what I wanted to say too. I kind of had made a little note that said, and I guess I could do it at the end, but as far as being a Christian, I'm going off, sorry, but it helps with frequencies though. I was born again on the same day that I was brought into this world. And then my mom had me baptized. But I feel like if you haven't had a relationship with God, have a relationship. Romance too. You will attract when you're happy. Well, you know that. Come on, you guys. Everybody knows that. When you're happy. Okay, I'm going to tell you my experiments. And again, bringing my frequency up. Okay. So I always do experiments. So I go to Wawa in Bel Air one day, and I'm at the gas station. You guys, I looked a mess. I did. I looked a mess. My hair was not combed. It was just kind of thrown back. I looked like I was out working in the yard. I had the kids with me, and we laughed. We had the best time. We did. We had the best time. And I was really happy because I love being with the kids. I was comfortable in my own skin, and my frequency was woo through the charts. Crazy thing is, oh my gosh, I think that the one morning I'm talking about, I had four gentlemen. Hey, how you doing? What are you doing? Oh, do you want a coffee? No, thank you, but I appreciate you asking. And a lot of looks. I mean, it would be to the point too that my one son was like, "Mom, these guys are all staring at you. It makes me mad." And I was like, "Oh, that's really sweet. But no, honey, that's okay." I did explain to them what I was doing afterwards. So then I wait to the following week. Oh, I look so good. I had my hair done. I had my makeup all nice and done. I wore nice clothes. I didn't wear revealing clothes because I don't want to be so obvious. But I wore nice clothes. I thought I looked pretty, but I was not in a good mood. I purposely made myself not in a good mood. And that's when you guys, to do that easily, you think about the bills. You think about things like your relationship, things in your relationship that's not working. You think about maybe if you're arguing with parents or friends or just, you have to clean, you got to do this today. 10 people need you, and you're overwhelmed and you're tired. Then there you go. That will bring your energy, hence your frequency, very low. So I'm going to say from the other side, you probably are just like a dot that's moving from, space to space, but there's no light coming out. So again, Wawa, gas station, Suns. And yeah, they thought it was odd, but I go, no, because I have to go somewhere afterwards. Just stop asking me all these questions. No one looked at me. No one. And it was rain. It was kind of starting to rain. So here I am dressed up. And, and nobody offered to help, which is kind of unusual because there are a lot of really nice people out there. And that's men and women both, wonderful people. Like they'll actually offer, to help with things like if, whatever. And that too, raise your frequency, help others. But do it because you want to, not because you have to. But if you have to fake it till you make it till you do it right and want to do it, go for it. But anyway, go in the store, a nice little gathering. Not one person looked at me. Not one person looked at me. So get in the car and ask my sons, wow, I felt like so many people checking me out today. Wow, what's wrong? Do I look weird? And he's like, no. Mom, I didn't see that today. Not like last week. Last week, oh my gosh. But no, I didn't see anybody. So then I told him and then my other son what the experiment was. And it's vibration, frequency. I was not happy that day. I was not happy. But the weekend before, I was really happy. So the point of that is, I like to look at it from a Jesus point of view. You're helping other people when you're raising your frequency, because it's important to do things to help other people because it helps you too. But it does. You can, and this applies to money. It applies to your job, friends, romance. Because I'll tell you now too, ladies, I know, I've done enough, because in my readings too, I can see who you're going to be with. I can see that too. Because I know now there's this big thing like, oh, have your soulmate drawn. Soulmate, you got to be specific then. Soulmate in this lifetime? I know this is going to sound odd, but I feel like my soulmate is Allie Mae. She totally understands me. Totally. And when I'm so sad, she doesn't ask me anything. Just come over. And sometimes too, if I'm sad, but I'm like holding it in, she'll come over, she'll sit next to me and she looks at me and then she turns her head and she just looks straight ahead. But then she'll look at me again and she takes her little paw and she'll like touch me. Almost like saying, Mom, you're going to be fine. It's okay. And then we'll put her head on, turn over and put her head on my shoulder. So your soulmate can be anyone. It doesn't necessarily mean it's your romantic person, and a soulmate too. You can have more than one, So, but I can see, and I can see that. And that's why I was saying too about the charts, because the charts are the best way too to see how this person is. See if you guys have similarities. Relationships are like cakes. The inside must be the same. Outside has to be different like flavoring, different icings, because you want to have somebody, you don't want to have somebody just like yourself is not fun. It's not a challenge, and you want to have challenge and fun. But anyway, because again, too, you guys, frequencies again. Frequency is involved in everything you do. Everything. My frequency right now, because I love doing this. I love you guys. I love teaching. I love getting my God messages. I love the Jesus messages. I love your divine family's messages who come through, because trust me, they are around you, especially when you're listening to these podcasts. And ask them for proof. They'll give you signs. That's what I want to hear. I want people to write and say, "Oh my gosh, you should have seen the sign." If you think back in your life, a time in your life when you were really happy, you're really happy, you know. And you guys, I'm praying that no one is saying I've never had a time like that. Because if that's the case, you know, yeah, we need to talk because everybody deserves happiness. Each and every one of you deserves happiness. And, you know, and the thing too, this is the most common thing with people. I cannot believe the amount of people that will say to me that they are not attractive. And I'm like, and I don't mean to be a smart ASS. I don't mean to be that, but like, especially when office sessions, or even like, you know, if it's video, whatever, I do find myself like office sessions, I'm like looking around like, who is she talking about? It's not attractive. So a lot of people are so pretty, and I just wish, and handsome. I wish that you guys, and that's something too, see other people through angel eyes, through like the real eyes. Look at their soul. See the soul. When you have a good soul, that light emanates. Hence, frequency rises, but also you look better, you feel better, and you're attracting good things into your life. So the worry, not worth it. I can't tell you how many times I get worried about stuff, and I will hear God's word saying, seriously, I will hear God's word saying, you're going to have a resolution to this, and it's not going to be worth any of the worrying. Seriously. Yeah. I get a lot of God messages in my dreams, a lot. And he's always right. He's always right. Always. It's kind of annoying sometimes. I say that with love. I really do. Excuse me. That's why it's so funny when people talk about like God being like horrible and mad and angry. But yet I have these gifts. I have special gifts. And it actually took me to be in this age range to actually acknowledge I have gifts. You know, I really care about people. I care about each and every person. And I like that. And my sixth sense is so strong that I can see things, I can hear things, I know things. And the best part is my communication and relationship with God, my Father. That's the best part of this job because I'm very connected. I do want to share this. I actually was watching something the other day, a documentary the other day about frequencies, and it was talking about how we can do this actually on our own. And I believe that because we're very powerful, and I'm not kidding. I really believe that's why these aliens look at us, because they really think we're like something's wrong with us, because it's like people don't use their gifts. You know. But, you know, I was thinking, because there are a lot of people who don't have a faith, and it makes me sad because, you know, people say, well, why do all these horrible things happen in the world? Everybody has a path. Everybody. And the sad thing is, come on, don't they say like the things that are nice, you don't remember? Yeah, you forget them. The things that are good, that somebody has done that's good for you, you'll forget them. But if that person does something bad, ooh, you remember. And probably to the day you die. It's one of the things I learned, like, you know, when I was seeing in the office when I first started doing that. I was like, you know, I could tell somebody something bad. And I got to tell you, though, that was like a test. Yeah, it was just a test, but I would say something bad, or even something that wasn't a test, something that was more like realistic, but kind of saying if this person had to let go of control, like controlling everything, Um, and that's not always bad. That's also good. There's bad and good in everything, you guys. But anyway, so I could say that to somebody and then also say to her, you're like such a great mom. You're like such a phenomenal mom, especially having like 7 kids. You're amazing. Don't ever change. And then what happens? They get into the car. Guess what they remember? So I'm controlling. What you mean by that? Well, the only reason I do things this way, and that's what her brain is thinking all the way home. But then turn around and ask her, what did I say that was good? I don't know. I think she said I was pretty. Yeah, true conversations. Yeah, happens a lot. I mean, because a lot of times, there were times too, I was like telling somebody on purpose what was good, and they couldn't remember. So you guys, come on. You're special. You're good. You're gifted. Everybody has talents. Everybody. But also remember, and that goes back to what I was saying, sadly, this is really, you're not a robot. You're a human being, So you have to be in control of you. You can't blame that on God. You're in charge of you. You're not a robot or a remote control, And God gives us free will. Sadly, some people take that free will and do horrific things. But anyway, just, I don't know, just get out of this. If you want better things to come your way, you have to put out good energy. That's what it just comes to. And be for real about it. But anyway, on that note, we didn't get to talk about the Scarlet Letter. And I don't know, I felt like it wasn't the right time when it came time to doing the show. I may do that Tuesday evening. So also keep in mind, I'm also going to do I'll do some recorded and short ones. Remember, schedule your session for November. It's 20% off the rates for your November birthday. Also, though, if somebody that you love who needs a reading with me, then I will honor the 20%, even if your birthday is in January, whatever. Or no, even if your birthday is, if your birthday is November and the other person, that's what I meant. I will honor that. It doesn't have to be your reading. It could be a gift to someone. I will obviously honor that because it's you're purchasing the reading, so obviously. But know that we talk about everything. I can help you with your animals. We talk about everything. My favorite, I'll tell you, is mediumship. That's my favorite. I love meeting your family members. I do. And I guess that's about it. If you guys need a session with me, janiedaly@gmail.com. I should have that on my page somewhere. And for those of you who have my number, just text me. Or you could Facebook Messenger is a good way to get me. And I would love to do it. I really want to do questions and answers. Submit questions to me. If you have questions, you can submit them to me. And I will put that here. So any questions you have, I would love that, to have like a question night. And you guys submit your questions to me. And that will be what it's about. And you guys, we are all connected. So a lot of times, you might ask a question and you're going to have 15 people saying, oh my gosh, I was thinking the same thing. So think about that and know that I send to you all many, many angel blessings. Lots of love. Remember, laugh, be happy. Fake it till you make it if you have to. But know everything works out. And, and listen to the message I got from God too. It's not always as bad as it seems. Sometimes we make it so much in our head, we're envisioning explosions. But the reality of it was like somebody lit a match. Big difference. All right. So on that note, I look forward to hearing from you. If you can again subscribe and share. Thank you guys. Have a really good night. Love you all.